Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Sampriti and I hope you all are doing fine. So I have already published the part 1 of the answer key of West Bengal State 2023 English, that is 24th West Bengal State, and I have discussed questions up to question number 44. And in this video, we are going to cover the rest of the question paper, reminding you all again that this is not an official answer key. This is a provisional answer keys and totally my personal take on the question paper and my own analysis of the same. So this is not the end of everything. Please do wait for the official answer key to be published by West Bengal College Service Commission and then decide on your own marks or your own score. So without further ado, let's start. But before starting, again, like this video, comment, share with the aspirants, and subscribe to my channel if you want these informative videos to appear in your feed. So let's start. Question number 45. Which Australian novel of Patrick White is based on the life of the 19th century Prussian explorer and naturalist Ludwig Leichhardt? Well, it's very important and very popular novel that is called Voss. Voss is the answer. 46. Which tale in Chaucer's The Canterbury Tales is in prose? Well, it is The Person's Tale. Option B is the correct answer. The Person's Tale is in prose, and also the tale of Melibee or Melibus by Chaucer himself is told in prose form. All the other tales of the Canterbury Tales are told in poetry form. So, in this question itself, Wbset 2023, another question is asked about the tale of Melibee or the tale of Melibus. We will get to that soon. So, in Chaucer's Canterbury Tales, the person's tale is in prose. So option B is the correct answer for question number 46. 47. The translation of Om Prakash Valmiki's Juta is done by. This is very important text by Om Prakash Valmiki. Juta is a very important text, and sometimes questions like this are asked both in NET and SET and GATE too. So be prepared to embrace the randomness of the question paper. So it is AP Mukherjee or Arun P. Mukherjee. Option C. 48. Who divided modern writers into two camps called the Edwardians and the Georgians? It's very obvious. It's Virginia Woolf. Virginia Woolf, in her essay, Mr. Bennett and Mrs. Brown, divided the modern writers into two groups, Edwardians and the Georgians. 49. Who among the following called the novel The Bright Book of Life? The answer is D.H. Lawrence. D.H. Lawrence, in his essay, Why the Novel Matters. Why the Novel Matters. This is an essay by D.H. Lawrence, and in this essay, he called the novel as The Bright Book of Life. Those who have my notes will get to see this information is given there because it was previously asked in NET examination somewhere in 2018 or 19, I guess. Novel as a bright book of life. Question number 15. The House Made of Dawn is a novel by Native American writer called who? The answer is N. Scott Momaday. I did not know this, so I surrender. I got it from Google. N. Scott Momaday is a Native American writer who wrote the novel The House Made of Dawn. 51. Gitanjali Shri. Of course, this had to come in the exam, either in NET or SET. It is in NET 2023 that is to come. This is also very important. Gitanjali Shri is very important because last year, 2022, she got the Booker Prize for her novel Tomb of Sand. So, for your information, Tomb of Sand is originally written in Hindi, and the translation was done by an author, and that is asked in this question. So, the translator is who? George Clooney? No, George Clooney is an actor. The answer is Daisy Rockwell. Option D. Daisy Rockwell is the answer. You should know these things. I told you repeatedly that you should be updated with the recent trends, recent prize winners, and recent things that are going on all around you. So this falls into that category. So Daisy Rockwell is the answer. Option D. 52. Which South African novelist dealt with the Eliza Fraser's story from a post-colonial perspective? Eliza Fraser's story from a post-colonial perspective. This is a mythical story, and this story was also covered in Patrick White's A Fringe of Leaves. A Fringe of Leaves. This is in this West Bengal set question this year. I am noticing a lot of repetition of authors and works and concepts in this question paper itself. You can already see Chaucer's Canterbury Tales questions are asked twice and they are linked. The tale in prose, that is a person's tale. Another question is asked that who told the tale of Melibus. This is answer is Geoffrey Chaucer himself. That was also told in the prose form. So you see how the questions themselves are linked to each other. Well, 52. Which South African novelist dealt with the Eliza Fraser story from a post-colonial perspective? It's Andre Brink. Andre Brink in An Instant in the Wind, in this novel, An Instant in the Wind. He dealt with the Eliza Fraser story. Also, remember, A Fringe of Leaves by Patrick White has also dealt with the same story. 53. Which literary theorist is not associated with post-structuralism? This is very easy. Julia Kristeva is related to post-structuralism. Jacques Lacan is related to post-structuralism. Psychoanalysis, right? Paul de Man, yes, structuralist, post-structuralism. Ferdinand de Saussure, no, he was related to structuralism. 54. Who among the following is the creator of the fictional character Neil Ratan Zamindar of Raskhali? This is Amitav Ghosh. Amitav Ghosh's Sea of Poppies has the mention of Neil Ratan Zamindar of Raskhali. Amitav Ghosh was also asked in NET 2022. It's very important. He was also asked in NET 2021 as well. Also in probably Gujarat set last year and AP set last year. So it's very important to know all the works of Amitav Ghosh in detail. 55. Who wrote the following? There are in our existence spots of time. When you are coming across the phrase spots of time, it is William Wordsworth. In my notes, it's clearly highlighted that spots of time is a concept by William Wordsworth. He talks about it it's a concept about the effect of time in our memory, in our instincts, in our own perception of the world. Okay, how time has a long lasting effect on our memory. Okay, so spots of time, the answer is William Wordsworth, option D. Who is the first New Zealander to win the prestigious Booker Prize? I did not know this. The answer is Carey Hume, option B. 57. In the Canterbury Tales, who narrated the tale of Melibus during the pilgrimage? The answer is Geoffrey Chaucer, option D. 58. Who wrote the book Structuralist Poetics? The answer is Jonathan Culler. Okay, option B, Jonathan Culler. 59. Dr. Samuel Johnson's edition of Shakespeare appeared in, very, very important. See, if you are devastated or if you are disheartened by the kind of questions asked in Wbset this year, Like there are a lot of time related questions, right? The age and year. You must know that the questions are very crucial. I mean, the ages are very crucial. It's not that they have asked random dates. These are very crucial dates and the years that you should remember. Okay. I'm again and again referring to my notes because this is how I made my notes. I had not mentioned all the dates in English literature, because you will go mad if you are to like remember all the ages and all the years and all the dates. But I have mentioned all the important dates that you have to remember. You should remember. You know, the minimum kind of what should I say, necessity it is. So 1765 it is option C. And in my notes also, I have mentioned that this is a very important date for you all to remember. So Dr. Samuel Johnson's edition of Shakespeare appeared in 1765, option C. It was in 8 volumes, remember. There might a question might come that how many volumes were there. So 8 volumes were there. 60. Which of the following is not an author level metric? See, I know a lot of you might be mad that what kind of question is this? Author level metric, we don't even know what that is. Here, you need to know one thing, that you are not expected to know everything. Sometimes you have to put smart guess. Okay. So H index, G index, these two are metrics. Index is there, so these two are metrics. Eigenfactor or eigenfactor, I don't know how it's pronounced. So I don't know about that. But Google Scholar, you know, it's not a metric. It is a web search engine, Google Scholar. So Google Scholar is the answer. You have no idea about eigenfactor. I have no idea about H index or G index, but using my common sense, I know that Google Scholar is a web search engine, not some metric or something like that. So Google Scholar should be the answer. So option C. 61. T.S. Eliot wrote 2 essays on Milton. The first Milton one was published in 1936. When was the second Milton 2 first published? This is, I won't say that it's easy and many of you know this, but it is 1960. It's okay if you don't know this, it's okay. Option C is the correct answer, 1960. 62. Which Shakespearean character puts this question? Who is it that can tell me who I am? It's a very important line from King Lear. King Lear says that who is it that can tell me who I am? King Lear is old and he is suffering from an identity crisis. He has throughout been a king, and now he is discarded by his own daughters, and he is out of the throne, and he's devastated, and he wants to know who he is. So he asks, who is it that can tell me who I am? And the fool answers, Lear's shadow. The fools are very important characters in Shakespeare's plays. So the important fools, in my notes, I have made a separate portion where I have listed the important fools in Shakespeare's plays. So for the fool in King Lear says that Lear's shadow is only the one who can tell who Lear actually is. Okay. 63. Who is the author of the Lives of the Novelists? It is Sir Walter Scott. Option A, Sir Walter Scott. In 1821, this work was published, Lives of the Novelists. And here, Walter Scott talks about his contemporary writers, contemporary novelists like Victoria Smollett, Oliver Goldsmith, Henry Fielding, and authors like them. 64. In whose poem do we find the following lines? I wander through each chartered street near where the chartered Thames does flow, and mark in every face I meet marks of weakness, marks of woe. It is William Blake in his poem London. he talks about it. So London is a beautiful poem. We had it in our graduation syllabus in the final year of graduation. So William Blake is the answer. Option D. There is also another poem called London, in imitation of the third satire of Juvenal. It is your question. I mean, I'm asking this question to you all. Who wrote that poem? London, in imitation of the third satire of Juvenal. Who wrote this? Let me know in the comment section. 65. Which of the following is not intellectual dishonesty? Selective reporting, overgeneralization, bias, literature review. See, sometimes the examiners ask these kinds of questions to puzzle you, but this is not tricky at all. Selective reporting, yes, it is kind of dishonesty because you are selectively reporting, you are kind of discarding some reports. It's not honest. Overgeneralization, of course, it's not something that you should do, it's not ethical. You should not overgeneralize. Bias, of course, it is intellectual dishonesty. Literature review is not. When you are writing a literature review, it has nothing to do with intellectual dishonesty. So option D is the correct answer. So there is a matching, another matching here. 66. The Magic Mountain, Disgrace, Ulysses, Les Miserables. I know Disgrace. It's situated in Cape Town by J.M. Coetze's novel Disgrace. Cape Town. Ulysses, Dublin, you all know. Les Miserables, written by Victor Hugo, who was a French writer. Of course, the setting is in Paris. So you already know the three. So B4, Disgrace, Cape Town. B4, only one. Okay. Option A is the correct answer here. 66, option A. 67. How many long actions does Vladimir Prop outline as essential to the function of a folktale? It's 31 functions. 31 total functions or actions are outlined by Vladimir Prop. 68. Which of the following novels deals with the horrors of the World War II? It's very, it can be tricky because all of them are war novels. The Red Badge of Courage, A Farewell to Arms, The Naked and the Dead, All Quiet on the Western Front. So the Red Badge of Courage, The Naked and the Dead, All Quiet on the Western Front, all are written after the 1930s. But A Farewell to Arms is written by Ernest Hemingway, and it was written in 1929. In 1929, the Second World War was not there. The First World War is a central plot of Farewell to Arms. So option B is the correct answer. All the other options are related to World War II. Only, okay, I'm sorry. So, The Red Badge of Courage. Which of the following novels deals with the horrors of World War II? I'm sorry. I was puzzled. A Farewell to Arms deals with World War One. The Red Badge of Courage, if I'm okay, I'm coming to this after a while. Um 69. I'm coming back to 68 very soon. Okay. So who advised Mulkraj Anand to give up his Bloomsbury English to write about the untouchables? The answer is, well, Rabindranath Tagore, Chittaranjan Das, Jawaharlal Nehru, Mahatma Gandhi. Who is the answer? Mahatma Gandhi is the answer. Mahatma Gandhi told that no, you should discard your kind of Bloomsbury English, grand English to um, discuss about untouchables, but you have to incorporate common man's English, everyday English, okay, vernacular English to discuss about the untouchable. So Mahatma Gandhi is the one who advised Mulkraj Anand to give up his Bloomsbury English to write about the untouchables. Mulkraj Anand is a very, very important writer in Indian English literature. Okay. I was fumbling a little bit, honestly, because I was searching for this answer, 68, as it comes out that the red badge of courage is written in the backdrop of American Civil War. A farewell to arms is written in the backdrop of World War One. The Naked and the Dead. The Naked and the Dead is the novel that was written by Norman Mailer, and it was written in um, the year, I am unable to remember the year. So that is the novel where World War II has been dealt with. World War II has been dealt with. So The Naked and the Dead is a novel um, published in 1948, 48, 49, I guess. So it deals with the horrors of the World War One. So option C should be the correct answer. Option C, 68, option C. Moving on, 70. Which American poet does Lionel Trilling regard as a terrifying poet? It's Robert Frost. Robert Frost. Option D. 71. William Faulkner's novel The Sound and the Fury derives its title from one of the following texts. Macbeth, the soliloquy of Macbeth. You know, life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets its hour upon the stage, full of sound and fury. It's a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. How beautiful. I always get goosebumps when I read Macbeth's soliloquies. Okay, 71 B. Macbeth is the correct answer. 72 I am confused. Which Indian poet wrote the Trojan War? Is either Nissim Ezekiel or Sri Aurobindo. Sri Aurobindo wrote a work called the Iliad. Okay, it is kind of related to the Iliad. I don't know. The answer should be either B or C. Please let me know if you have any lead on this. 73. Identify the list 1, list 2. Okay. Robert Creeley, Nathaniel Hawthorne, who was, of course, related to transcendentalism. B4. Yeah. So already eliminating option B and option C. The answer should be either option A or option D. Let's see. Kingsley Amis, Lawrence Ferlinghetti. Okay. Okay. Robert Creeley was related to Black Mountain poetry. A3. Robert Creeley was related to Black Mountain poetry. As far as I know. A3. Where is the option A3? Oh, yes, it's there. Yeah, option D is the correct answer. A3, B4. Yes. Kinsley Amis, movement poetry, of course. And Lawrence Ferlinghetti, I had no idea about this. Was related to beat poetry. Also, Alan Ginsberg was also a beat poet. So option D is the correct answer for question number 73. 74. The title of Browning's poem Child Roland to the Dark Tower came is taken from, again, it's taken from Shakespeare's King Lear. So you can see, rather than asking questions directly from Shakespeare's plays and poems and Shakespeare himself, the other questions very cheekily asked from this point of view related to Shakespeare. So Shakespeare's King Lear has this line, Child Roland to the Dark Tower came, and it was taken up by Browning in his poem Child Roland to the Dark Tower came. 75. The Great God Pan was written by the Welsh writer called Arthur Machen. Option B. 76. Bauhaus it's a gothic rock band. I knew this. I don't know how. I mean, for some reason I just had the knowledge about it. A gothic rock band. Bauhaus is a gothic rock band. 77. Identify the correct match. Chetan Bhagat, Nights at the Call Centers. Arvind Adiga, The Girl from the Non-Grim Hills. Shashi Deshpande, The Lowland. Lowland is not written by Shashi Deshpande. It's Chumpa Lahiri. Amish Tripathi, The Immortals of Melhua. All ABC answers are incorrect. Amish Tripathi, The Immortals of Meluha is the correct answer because this is the first part of the Shiva trilogy written by Amish Tripathi. 78. Again, matching. Bama wrote Sangati. All of them are from Dalit literature, the Dalit activists. Bama wrote Sangati. A4. There are two such options. Shantabai Kamble. Okay, I don't know. Hoshang Merchant. I have no idea. Vasundhara. Vasundhara wrote Mohana Swami. I knew this because I was kind of scrolling pages about Dalit literatures and I came to know about this. So Vasundhara Mohana Swami. So 78, the correct option is C. So A4, Bama Sangati, Shantabai Kamble's Story of My Life, Hoshang Merchant, Flower to Flame, Vasudhendra, option 2. Vasudendra, sorry, Vasudendra, it's not Vasundhara. Vasudhendra's Mohana Swami is the correct answer. So option C is the correct answer for question number 78. 79. Which famous play focuses on the problem of AIDS? Okay, The Crucible, no. It talks about the witches and witchcrafts. The Glass Menagerie, no. The Hairy Ape, no, it talks about Marxism, capitalism, stuff like that. Angels in America, this is the play that focuses on the problem of AIDS. Okay, so symbolic examination of AIDS and homosexuality is dealt with in Angels in America by Tony Kushner. 80. Which of these critics is known for his work on reader response? Northrop Frye is related to archetypal criticism. Louis Althusser is okay. No, it's not. Client Brooks is related to new criticism. Wolfgang Iser is the one who is related to reader response theory. You know, actual reader, implied reader, aesthetic pole, and artistic pole of the text. You will get all of this information in detail from net point of view in my notes. So if you are interested, you can visit the link that I have pasted in my description box, and you can reach out to me if you are keen about my notes. All right. 81, the Sturm und Drang. Sturm und Drang is a German movement which was which actually focused on the romantic, the sort of utter zeal to break all the boundaries of the 18th century rationalism. Okay, so that is a Sturm und Drang movement of German, and okay, option C should be the correct answer. Gothic dark romance. 82. Identify the novel of Margaret Atwood that is based on the post-apocalyptic life. It is Oryx and Crake because I studied Margaret Atwood's novels. So I knew this. Oryx and Crake is the right answer. But if you have no idea about this, you can pose the elimination method here. The Blind Assassin, it's not a post-apocalyptic novel. It's a novel. It's kind of a detective, a thriller kind of a novel. Cat's Eye is also a biographical novel. Someone is recollecting her own teenage years and childhood days. Surfacing is also not a post-apocalyptic life. Okay, so Oryx and Crake is the correct answer. So Blind Assassin, Cat's Eye should be discarded, eliminated in the first place. So the confusion is between Oryx and Crake and Surfacing. Yes, Oryx and Crake is the correct answer. Option B. 83. Which writer did not belong to the movement poets? Again, the repetition of UGC NET 2022. Philip Larkin, yes. Ted Hughes, yes, though he was not a very definite poet of the movement, but in some ways he can be declared, he can be established as a movement poet in many aspects of his work. So Ted Hughes should be the answer. Elizabeth Jennings is of course a movement poet. Dylan Thomas, no, Dylan Thomas is not a movement poet. 83, option D is the correct answer. Dylan Thomas. Actually, movement poets emerged in the 1950s, and Dylan Thomas died in 1954. So he did not write in the era 1950s. So he is not the movement poet. No. 84. In Novum Organum, Bacon classified some intellectual fallacies as idols of the man. Which of the following is not one of them? Okay. The fallacies, the idols of the men were tribe, den, market, theater. This four. Tribe, den, market, theater. Tribe, den, or cave, market, and theater. Idols of the cave, yes. Idols of the marketplace, yes. Idols of the theater, yes. Idols of the temple is not one of the idols of the mind. So option D here should be chosen. 85. Who, according to Robert Browning, is a lost leader? It is William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth has been lamented in one of the poems by Robert Browning, and he he hails William Wordsworth as a lost leader. 86. Charles Darwin's On the Origin of Species was published in 1859. This year also saw the publication of three other famous works. Okay. Dickens's A Tale of Two Cities, John Stuart Mill's On Liberty. Both of them are in 1859. Tennyson's In Memoriam, no, it's not 1859. It's 1850. Okay. See, I told you that to remember the year of publication for the major works. In Memoriam was published in 1850. So option A is not correct. Option B, Hard is Far from, no, Far from the Madding Crowd is not published in 1859. Samuel Smiles, Self-Help. Okay, John Stuart Mill's On Liberty. Dickens's A Tale of Two Cities. We have already seen On Liberty and Tale of Two Cities in published in 1859. So option C is the correct answer. Because in option D also we get Tennyson's In Memoriam, which was not published in 1859. So you see, smart elimination method, smart guess can lead you to the correct answer. So option C is the correct answer here. 87. Which new genre did Audre Lorde's text Zami, a new spelling of my name, establish? See, I had no idea about this. But if you are smart and if you are calm and cool in the exam hall, you can easily guess the correct answer. New genre. Historical fiction. Is it a new genre? Absurdist novel. Is it a new genre? Magic realism. Is it new? No. All of them had been established before. Biomythography is something that sounds unfamiliar and new. Biomythography exactly is the correct answer here. Option D, 87, option D. So Zami, a new spelling of my name, is it employs the genre of biomythography, which is very new. 88. Which of the following works was not written by Thomas Carlyle? Sartor Resartus, yes. Chartism, The Lamp of Memory, Unto This Last. Which one? Option C, The Lamp of Memory. It's not written by Thomas Carlyle. It was written by John Ruskin. Again, another question has been asked about John Ruskin. As I said, it's like a web of intertext. It is intertextual, the question paper itself. A lot of questions are linked. A question again from John Ruskin. Ruskin has been asked. I'm coming to that. 89. Which existentialist philosopher thought that man is potentially always in conflict with his neighbor and all social relationships are doomed to frustration? It's Jean-Paul Sartre, option B. 90. Which of the following is not a character in Margaret Lawrence's The Stone Angel? Bram Shipley, it's a character in The Stone Angel. Hagar is a character. Matt Curry is a character in The Stone Angel. Penelope is not a character in The Stone Angel. Penelope is a character from Penelopead. Okay, so it's not a character from The Stone Angel. So option C here is the correct answer for question number 90. 91. Stanley Fish wrote the essay, "Is there a text in this class?" As a response to this, who wrote the essay? Is there a fish in this text? Very it's interesting. It's Robert Scholes. You can get an access to this article, this essay, in JSTOR. Robert Scholes wrote this essay. Option A is the correct answer. 92. Visiting family is not uncommon is an example of litotes. Litotes is something that instead of saying the affirmative sentence, you are saying the negative sentence. Okay, by saying the negative, you are actually putting importance on the affirmative. Okay, he is not bad, that means he is good. Okay, he is not bad. When you are saying that, you are emphasizing on the positive, on the affirmative, by saying the negative. So that is litotes. Visiting family is not uncommon, that means it's common. Instead of saying visiting family is common, you are saying visiting family is not uncommon. That is an example of litotes. Option D is the correct answer for question number 92. 93. Which of these statements are not true about Okonkwo in Chinua Achebe's Things Fall Apart? Very, very important text. You will get a detailed sort of information and points and summary in my notes. A, he is embarrassed by his lazy father. Yes, he was very embarrassed. He has 4 wives. Okay, don't know about it. If you don't know about it, let's see how we can guess that. He is not wealthy. No, he was very wealthy. He himself achieved a social power. He is unable to adapt to the changing. He was very much adapting to the changing times. Uh, he was becoming the leader kind of a figure. Okay, so he has 4 wives. Okay, I am not sure, but he has 4 wives is not correct. He had 3 wives. He married 3 women. So definitely B is not true. B is not true. He was wealthy. He was wealthy and he is embarrassed by his lazy father. He was able to adapt to the changing times. He was becoming a leader sort of a figure. It is either option A or option B. I'm not sure. If you have any lead, please let me know in the comment section. Okay. 94. Which of the following is not a work by John Ruskin? Again, see, you have already visited the question. 88. Thomas Carlyle question, and also again in 94. John Ruskin. Modern Painters. Yes, it is a work by John Ruskin. The Seven Lamps of Architecture, yes, it is a work by Ruskin. The Stones of Venice is also a work by Ruskin. Lives of the Most Excellent Painters, Sculptors, and Architects. This is a work by Giorgio Vasari. So option B is the answer. 95. Again, match. But do not let us quarrel anymore. This is from Andrea del Sarto by Robert Browning. This was a quarrel going on between Andrea del Sarto and his wife. So A3, there is only one option here with A3, that is option B. Option B is the correct answer. 96. The term new woman was coined by Sarah Grant. Sarah Grant coined the term new one. Option B. 97. Which of the following texts has a subtitle, A Novel Without a Hero? It is Vanity Fair, repeatedly asked in net set. Okay. So option A, Vanity Fair. For question number 98, 99, and 100, I will not provide an answer because this always becomes very, very puzzling because it's ultimately depending upon the official answer key of West Bengal CSC. So let's wait for that. And this is very perceptive. This is very relative. The answers of from this poem. This totally depends on your interpretation. So I will not provide the answers for 98, 99, and 100. So that was all. This is the end of part 2 and the final part of the discussion about West Bengal State 2023. I hope these videos will help you. And I was confused about a lot of questions because West Bengal State English question was very, very standard, I would say. It's a good, very sensible question that has been made this year. Let's wait for the answer key. Within 1 or 1.5 months, I guess you will get the official answer key. Then we will see how much score you all are having. And after that, we will wait for the official result to be published. Okay, so don't panic. Don't think about it right now. Let's prepare for GATE and UGC NET 2023. If you have any question, any observations, any doubt, let me know in the comment section. And you can also reach out to me through mail. You can drop me an email and I can get back to you for any doubt, any queries, and any kind of questions that you might have. If you are interested to buy my notes, you can have a glimpse of the post-colonial literature, chapter 4, a sample note that is provided in the description box. And if you are interested to buy, you can reach out to me through the contact details that has been provided in the description box. Let me know in the comment section. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share with your friends. Thank you so much for watching.